Today we will start our biology class for 10th standard. Topic is transpiration, 5th chapter. Okay. Now first of all you have to learn exact definition from 1 marks. And for 1 marks you have to write 4 keywords. Loss of water vapors from aerial parts of a plant is called transpiration. Loss, water vapor, aerial parts and plant. These are the 4 keywords and 1/4 for each word and you get 1 full marks. You have to answer like this only in your board exam. Now transpiration is the loss of water vapor in the form of water vapor through aerial parts of plant is called transpiration. You know this also. Now the difference between evaporation and transpiration. Evaporation is the physical process. Only water evaporate into a form of vapor or water into vapors form through water bodies only, surface of the water body. That's why it is called physical process. But in this transpiration, physical and biological both the processes are taken place. That's why it is called physiological process. Physiological method applied. Physiological process, this is physical process, this is physiological. This is same thing, water loss in the form of vapor. In this case also water loss in the form of water vapor. But in this case through surface of the water bodies, but in this case through plant, okay, by diffusion out of the atmosphere. Now second point, this is the evaporation is the slow process and less loss of water. But in transpiration, fast process and a huge loss of water. The third point, this process is not performed by living cells. Okay, not performed by the living cell, but in transpiration done by living cell, means plant. Okay. Now we will continue our topic, transpiration. And transpiration is explained by experiments. In your 10th class syllabus, mainly experiments are come in your board exam. Okay. First experiment, bell jar method. Bell jar method, in this case you have to set up experiment 2, set up experiment A and experiment B. In experiment first or A, you have to take first well watered plant. Well watered plant, this is the first point, well watered plant. Okay. Second, you have to cover it by a polythene bag completely. Okay. This complete soil and this pot. Now next thing, this is the aerial part or remain exposed. Third point, you have to, this green part or the plant, you have to remain exposed. And the fourth one, you have to cover all this by the Vaseline. You have to seal it by, this is the glass plate and this is the bell jar. You have to seal this plate and bell jar by Vaseline. Okay, so that no water vapors or air or moisture come inside this bell jar. Only the result of transpiration will give in this experiment. Okay, first you have to take well watered plant, cover it by polythene bag. Secondly, aerial part should be exposed and you have to take glass plate and then bell jar which is sealed by the Vaseline. And then set up this experiment under direct sun rays for 2 hours. After this, you have to make one B setup, which is control setup. See differences B. In B's experiment, control setup. In this, pot is here, but no plant. Okay. And same experiment is set up and for the experiment setup under direct sun for 2 hours, same condition, only see the difference, no plant is here. Now the result, what is the result? See the difference. Droplets in a condensed form in under the surface of this bell jar. Okay, this proves that plant lose some water in the vapors form, which is condensed and comes in a droplet form. See this. We will find water droplet on inner wall of the bell jar of the experiment setup, but not in the bell jar. Okay, in a control setup. Not in the bell jar of the control setup. No condensed water droplets seen in this control setup. This proves that plant is responsible, or aerial part is responsible for the transpiration method. Now see, same experiment setup, but in place of bell jar we have to take only the polythene bag. Polythene bag we have to, well, same water, well watered plant, you have to potted plant, you have to take and then covered it by a polythene bag. Okay, but tightly with the help of rubber band. Okay, water from the atmosphere is prevent from entering the bag. This is the main thing. Okay, Vaseline here and here rubber band. Okay, now after direct sun rays, same method, 2 hours, and after that you find, or the result is, water vapors have condensed as a water droplets on the under surface of the bag. This proves that plant or area part of the plant transpire water in the form of water vapor, which condense to form a water droplets. Experiment of transpiration. Same thing, same setup are also here. Bell jar, well watered plant, and in this case control setup, same thing. Okay, see the difference. This is a cobalt chloride method. In this case, in both A and B setup, we have to take dry cobalt chloride paper inside the bell jar and keep under the direct sun for 20 minutes. What happened after 20 minutes? This dry cobalt chloride paper converted into, this changes into blue to pink. But in this case, remain blue. Why? Because in transpiration, aerial part of plant transpire and water vapors come out, and this water vapor or the droplets make a moisture, and this moisture absorbed by the cobalt chloride paper, and this cobalt chloride paper become pink due to the moisture. And in this control setup, what happened? Remain blue in the bell jar with no plant. No plant, no transpiration, no water vapor, no moisture, and because of absence of moisture, paper remain dry. And same condition, cobalt chloride paper remain bluish. Okay, and turn pink. In this, see this results. The plant lost water as a vapor which produced moisture in the bell jar, and because of this, the cobalt chloride paper become pink or turn pink. Whereas in the moisture, where in the second case, moisture was not available and the cobalt chloride paper remained blue in another bell jar.